Hey guys, this is Anthony with Onion Bag. Let's get into this horrible, horrible moment. We've all been paying attention to the Messi saga. This is like the girlfriend we've broken up with 4 times this year, a few breakups last year, and finally, when you want her back, she doesn't want you back. That's basically what's happening here. Messi had to get through last year's garbage with Bartomeu, finally comes back, and now La Liga says that he can't join because of money issues. So let's be clear here. I'm going to get into it, but this is all Bartomeu's fault. He's trash. He's been trash. We knew he was trash. People wanted him out, but that trash stuck around for too dang long. And this is what happened. When you don't make decisions when you know somebody is destroying your business, this is what happens. The Griezmann, the Coutinho, the Dembele, these were huge signings, and they weren't even the player position we needed. Anyway, I digress. Let's focus on Messi and his legacy. You know, when you see all this stuff coming through, I was hoping, trying to be optimistic, but the pain and the sadness was already there. I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, what's it going to be like if he's gone and all this? But now it happened. So I'm no longer sad. I'm angry. I'm no longer sad. This is a player that I watched forever. Now, in the press conference itself, let's be clear here. This is like 4 years since Neymar betrayed us, but whatever. And the whole possibility of a PSG move, you know what? Good riddance, to be honest. I understand Messi needs to find a home, and there's not a lot of teams. But it would be quite funny to see how Mbappe acts when he's no longer the second best player, or it's going to be great. Anyway, there are some positive. And by the way, for PSG, I just despise that team. I despise the no discipline, the angriness. I just don't like how they're always so flippant about everything. They think they're so great, but they're not. Now everyone's going to have to bow. And what comic relief that Messi may still be the GOAT over Neymar at PSG. He wanted to leave to get out of the shadow of Messi, and Messi's shadow followed him there. Anyway, so let's get to the seriousness of this press conference, which was pretty tragic. Um, it was basically his farewell press conference in a room with all the trophies laid out, with his family, with Laporta and the players, and he was completely so emotional he couldn't even start. And you know why? Because he had done everything to sign. He had planned this whole year that he was going to sign, and now when someone changes your plans last minute, or something dramatic happens to your family members, it's hard. It takes a second to swallow and figure out what's next. And before he even started, he said, I don't even know if I can find the words to speak. He said it still hasn't sunk in. We've all had those experiences. But remember, he's been there since 13 years old. He's been there for 21 years. He started his career here, and I know that he wants to be an ambassador, and now he has to leave. The only good thing is that he wants to leave on he's not leaving on his own terms, so it's not like he's leaving the club. That does mean something. He was forced out so he can come back. Also, he wanted to thank the club. He also said he imagined a farewell out on the field with all the fans. And let me tell you something. I did a video, the second to last game of the season, about how this better not be Messi's last game. The announcers didn't say goodbye, even though there was no fans in the field, right? It was Messi's last goal for Barcelona was a header, and his last game was a loss. And I remember thinking that the loss cannot be his last way to go out, because he took off that last game to prepare for international duties. But that turns out to be, unless he comes back or there's some miracle, right? He said this basically ends an era, right? Completely does. He was saying that the renewal was done, but the La Liga issue he was unable to sign. He said, we thought that they would be able to move it over the line. He thought he was going to stay here, his wife, his kids. He said, this is his home. And he did confirm that this is the most difficult time of his career. And those of us who follow Barcelona know he's had some seriously difficult times, between serious losses, blastings. Then he also had the issue with Bartomeu, leaking out information on him. So he's had some low times. He said that this ending of his career is the worst time of his life, the worst moment. And he also confirmed the best moment of his career was just being put on the squad the very first game and getting promoted. So best was starting, worst was ending. Kind of wild when you put it at the duality of that. So he also, I want to just give a shout out. He gave a shout out to Dani Alves at the late age of his career, winning Olympic gold. And I have to admit, see, Messi is the greatest player, but you guys who listen to the show know Dani Alves is one of my favorite players, probably my favorite player. Probably because I play that position and the way he plays it is just so dynamic and he's such a threat and he's basically the Energizer Bunny and his energy. So props to Dani Alves. All right. So now let's really look at this. Okay, Messi's leaving. Where does that leave us? I mean, he offered to get rid of 50% of his wages, which is commendable, and everyone part of Barcelona needs to know, or fans, that is more than anybody should be asked to do. I know everyone says he has a lot of money, he could play for free. No one plays for free. For 50% was a huge sacrifice, so he made that sacrifice for the club. It just didn't turn out working. He wanted to sign other player wages they were unable to dump, right? Because some of these signings were so dumb and they were so bad. Bartomeu literally ruined this club. Laporta said he was he was unwilling to mortgage the entire club for one player, and Messi confirmed that's just something that they can't do. And then they thought they were going to have some money from that new venture capital, but only 15% of it goes to wages, which means they'd never had enough money. Messi is the greatest player of all time, always will be, and he will always be a Barcelona legend. This does not take away anything from his relationship with the team, and I don't care what anybody says. But God, PSG, can you imagine? Can you imagine Messi wearing a Jordan jersey with PSG? Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to follow Barcelona to see what we do. This is our new time. This is our new team. This is the players that we will follow. We will see how this team develops. We knew this day was coming, but now it's here sooner than we thought, and we can allow this core of players to build and create a generation post-Messi. It may not be pretty. It may not be a smooth track, but it will happen. This team must grow. This team's going to need to find an identity. And once again, I have a little bit of solace, a little bit of pleasure in the fact that I know Mbappe is probably not happy about this. He says he is. He is not happy about this. Even though he's talking about leaving anyway, he's definitely going to leave now if Messi's there. The only way to deal with this is to look forward. Look at the team, focus on the core, see the strategies, let it digest, understand this is a new generation for some new players and a new team to build a new style of play. You guys, this is sad. I'll stay up on everything, but I did want to just put this out, even though it's really horrible to even talk about, but I had to get it out. Talk to everyone soon. Join the channel if you'd like. This day is unbelievable.